Right. Howdy, folks. Welcome back. Let me get out of the screen real quick. Come over here to our solar report. Come on, solar report. Here we go. Howdy, folks. Welcome back. I told you I'd be back. Sorry, got pulled aside during the intro. Now I'm a little flustered, but here we go. Um, First off, February 7th, 2024. Here is our come on loop. Well, it's loading again, so hang in there for a second. There we go. All right, boom. That big explosion right there. The rest of the day is kind of quiet, but we did have this big blast right here. And we'll go through that one frame by frame here in a sec. I think you guys could see something going on there. Also, the little stuff over here off to the side. All right, so. And then also breaking news, Iceland Reykjavik volcano just started erupting again. We have a big curtain of plasma going as we speak. And we'll get into that later here at the volcano report. You can see our object here. You can see all the plasma that's with it right there. It's just so enveloped in it. It's hard to see it on this side. But let me back up. You can see it emerging right here. Boom. Boom. Seems to have a secondary object following along with it. You can see that in this little image right there. Then as they proceed on out, you can see here in the ghost image our object moving on out of there with a secondary one. It looks to be a couple others there too. So, all right, let me start that loop over again. Let that play for a minute for you guys so you can see it. One frame I did want to kind of zoom in on. Let's see if we can pause this real quick. You got a lot to cover tonight, so I don't want to spend a bunch of time here. I want to capture this one right here. All right, here you can see our object right here, still enveloped in the plasma, but that one right there, you can see it. So there's a good shot of it. Whoops, whoa. Wrong direction. Forgive me, it's been a long day. Been under attack all day today. All right, screw that. Let's just move on over here. Okay, here we are at our GOES X-ray flux. Let me just zoom this in for you real quick. Talk about this for a minute. Okay, there you go. You can see today right here, we had this long duration event that we started reporting on last night. Okay, another smaller little M-class flare, but a duration event again, but very short one. You see the yellow in there, just a tad bit. Then kind of mellows out. We had a couple little bumps right here, but not much to look at right now. So we're not going to go looking at that for right now. And there's tomorrow's. Already something going on down here, as well as this something event up here. Note this spire starting to grow right here in this area, as well as this one down here. Yeah, just something flying through there real quick. All right, and that'd probably be this little event right there, okay? So let's go ahead and zoom back out. Okay, our X flare potential is still 25%, and that's because we got these two, this guy right here, 3576, that's beta gamma delta, still rotating into the Earth strike zone. All right, so it's calmed down a little bit, but it's still beta gamma delta. So therefore, the 25%. Not much absorption lately. Okay, that's a good thing. They're calling the next 3 days, no magnetic storms. If you look over here at the KP, it was really flat last night, way down here at the bottom. We took in a little bit of energy, not much, but kind of just cruising along. That's what your auroras look like. Okay, it's a little bit lighter than that. Let me see if I can lighten this up. That's more like what they look like right there. All right. I think the camera overexposes it. Sometimes these cameras, I don't know, on my end, it doesn't look the same color, the same shading as it does. So that's why I lower it. Okay, so let's get out of there. There's our auroras for the moment. We have this M flare, this 5.1, and the energy that hit us right here from it got absorbed, and now we're seeing volcanic activity. All right, let me just keep moving on here. This is the monster sunspot that everybody's worried about right now. It has calmed down, but its complexity it's very, very complex sunspot. So, and yeah, we've already seen all that. I want to come over here now. Here we go. Geomagnetic storm watch. Minor G1 class geomagnetic storms are possible on the 9th when a CME is expected to pass close to Earth. The storm would require not just a near miss, but an actual glancing blow. The asymmetric shape of the CME suggests either outcome is possible, making this a coin flip, like a 50-50 forecast. All right, the Martian sunspot is facing Earth. A sunspot so big it was seen last week as far away as Mars has now turned to face Earth. NASA's Perseverance rover photographed it from the crater, Jezero crater, and it has only grown bigger since then. All right, see this getting pretty ugly there. Everybody keep praying that that thing stays calm. I'm fighting as hard as I can to stay calm. All right, the view was fantastic. Here's the complexity. We got these positive negatives. Okay, so it's very, very touchy. It could fire off at any minute, or it could stay real quiet. In the encircle region, the positive and negative magnetic polarities are so closely packed, you may need to look at this as this unlabeled map. Okay. And you see the blue streak entering into the red over here. Can I move this? Oh, I can. A little bit. There we go. See where these boundaries are crossing? You're getting blue mixed in with the red. That's very, very dangerous. All right. And I'm surprised it's staying calm, really. So that's a good thing. All right. Now let's back out of that real quick. That's all we needed here. Let's come on over to our Schumann. Now, here at the Schumann, you can see we're putting right along. Got a semi-decent 7.83. All right, that's good. Had a small little gap right there. You can see some of the little shaded areas where it got a little darker there. But otherwise, in good shape. See, we had a little scraping event here. Pressure built up again. It started to scrape a little bit, and then we had a relief of pressure and back to normal again. So there's your Schumann for tonight. Looking pretty good. I'll take that. That looks fine. Let's come on over here to the null school now and back out. This is a little too close there. All right. You can see our subvortex still very well organized, very compact. All right. You see the high speed winds up here in this region right here over China. Okay, so part of this is peeling away, and this has gotten so dominant now that it has disrupted that conveyor belt that we were looking at. Notice this end of the conveyor belt is gone now. It's just peeling away and going right into this subvortex. You still see a little bit left of the conveyor belt on this side. So we have this kind of weird configuration here where if you tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees, there's an eye, a nose, and a crooked smile. Anyway, there's your polar vortex. It's shifting. It's doing different inflows and everything now. It's going to see it starting to clip the top of Alaska here. It's going to bring cold air. You see how it's doing this little S cycle right here? So it's going to be bringing cold air down this region here pretty soon. All right, so there's your polar vortex and the different little, our sub-vortex gaining strength, okay? And don't be surprised we see this break off and become another vortex or something. This is getting that weird configuration again. So, as well as the intensity down here in the southern hemisphere going almost all the way around now. All right, so they're having issues down there as well. Let's back out of this. I want to go. I've taken you down through all the layers before. Let's just do it real quick here for America. Here's our polar vortex of the troposphere coming down to the layer in between. There you go. Now you can see the side effects. How we got a lot of intense weather out here coming off of the, Asia into the Pacific, splitting, going up, shunting, and going way down south. Now, this flow is hitting Mexico. We're going to go down another to the upper jet. Okay, you see the upper jet just totally hit Mexico right here. And also, look how it's going way up here and then down the coast. So cold air that's coming off the vortex is going to get caught in this and brought down the coast and shoved into these storms. You got warm, moist air colliding with cold, dry air. Boom. Actually, cold, moist air, too. So the two moistures will combine, cold and moist, and it's going to get super moist. And this big region right here, let's try to do this again. I'm going to position it right there and pull out a little bit. Now we're going to drop down to the lower jet. Okay, this is steering your storms here. And you see this big ridge right here is a big storm. And we go a little bit lower. Here, let's go to 850. All right, here's our storm right here. This big ridge, and now look at how this thing has intensified since last night. All right, this looks so powerful it might push this out of the way, and then we're gonna have storms coming into the west coast again and again. It's not looking good, you guys. I don't like this setup. I don't know how to describe this. Well, we got a hurricane going on out here in the Pacific, in the northern Pacific. It's a gnarly storm, dude. All right, enough of that. Let's move on over to the dust storm that's still going on. They're having this. Oh, that's pollution right there. I got it in red because it's a little easier to see. We got the wind currents in there and everything. Let me switch it over to sand real quick. You'll see that it's basically the same effect. We got intense. White denotes intensity, so an intense sandstorm still coming off of Africa, blowing all kinds of sand across the Atlantic, hitting South America. Something's wrong, folks. This is out of season. A giant sandstorm in the middle of winter. It's supposed to be in the summertime, not in the wintertime. All right, let's come on over and switch up to the SO2. Take the wind off and take a little reading of pressure here. Yeah, kind of increasing. So divided. I mean, it screams divided nation, doesn't it? All right, don't here. Let's just kind of look around at spots that I need to check here to Hawaii. Yeah, this is darkening up here around Oahu. Yeah, starting to darken up again there. Let's see, Java. A little lighter actually in this region. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Let's take a peek at South America here and our fulcrum spot. Sorry, I'm trying to get right in on this. Yeah, it's darker too. Yeah, we've got an increase in pressure again. All right, so one other thing while we're here, let's come back to these particulates and hit up SO4. SO4 is a sulfate as well, produced by man and the earth. But in this case, it doesn't matter. What we're looking at is the actual gas itself, because this SO4 likes to bond with water, which is H2O. And when they bond, they create a compound called H2OSO4, better known as sulfuric acid. And it gets caught up in these storms. And then these storms slam into the country, and you got yourself an acid storm that's hitting you at the same time. Pretty crazy. And look how intense it is around the country. See how it's all caught up in here? This big line of storm, this storm front right here has collected it all up, pushing it around. All right, let's get out of here. Let's move over to the earthquakes. And here we go. Oh, I guess that was fine there. Let's start over here where we usually start in our deep region with our deep quake for the day. We have a 4.5 down at 571. Indication of movement, or pressure building up down deep, knocking out a 4.5. That's usually what we see out of there, and that puts mid-range 4 to 5 energy into the system. We got us come on now, pull it up, a 4.9 down at 36. You know what we do with 0.9s here? The same thing they do. We just round it up. So we have a 5 there. Coming on over here, we got a 5.2 down at the depth of 10. All right, so our pressure's moving through the area here. All right, coming up to this one right here, a 4.7 down at 73. A 4.4 at a depth of 110. Over on this side, over by Java, we got a 4.5 down at 48. Coming up here to our little weak spot that we had a 4.4 there, and another one back behind it, a 4.7 down at 69. All right, so there's your mid-range 4 to 5 energy going up through the system. It's really quiet through this whole region right there. Hasn't been much release of energy there. But looky here, finally one at the garden hose, at this fulcrum point, this kink in the garden hose, I call it. A magnitude 4.2 down at a depth of 10. So we got 4.2 energy coming through this region. There's a 3.9 there. 3.0 up here in Washington, I heard about earlier today. 3.5 just above me here. Here at the geysers, 2.5. I bet there's a quake swarm maybe going on there. We'll see. Another 2.5 down here in California. Coming down the San Andreas, we got a 4.4 here. Nothing around the Cocos Plate. Let's see this in Texas, 3.2. All right, so that mid-range 3 energy kind of came in this region, dropping off here, all through here, down here, even over in Texas. Now look at this. What? WTF? A 4.0 down at a depth of 10? Oh, it's just the pyramids out there at Atlantis. I'm joking, but look at that. Now there's your odd quake for the day, huh? Diverse quake. A 4.0 off the coast of Florida. Who would have thunk that, huh? All right, coming on down to South America, continuing with this energy 4.4, fulcrum point 4.5, down to the south 4.1. Let's go into Asia now. Up here above our fulcrum point, a little further off, is a 5.0. That's up here above the Gobi Desert, here where we have our little weak spots here. So 5.0 going off there. Now coming into the Mediterranean, finally some relief here. 4.5 down at 45. And a 4.1 up here down at a depth of 10. Then, not much pressure being released along the ridge. Well, that's because it was all building up underneath Iceland, and now Iceland has erupted. Let me come on over here and just show you a small little clip of our Iceland now. Oh, come on, ads. I had all this shit set up, you guys. Now we got the ad. Come on, ad. This is so aggravating when you have all this stuff set up so you don't have to deal with this. Right here. All right, no, right there. All right, about an hour ago, it just started going off. All right. Wednesday night, February 7th, 2024. The third little blast going off here at Iceland, all right? So let me pull back out of that and get into our volcano report. Okay, already starting off here at February 8th, we got Santo Guido, Fuego, Popocatépetl, Semeru, Ibu, Marapi, Puas back on there, and Sakurajima. Sakurajima, 8,000 feet. Ibu, 8,000 feet. Semeru here, 14,000 feet. Marapi, 12,000 feet. Popocatépetl in Mexico, 20,000 feet. Santa Guido, no VA, it was probably 23 to 24. That's what it's been blowing up at lately. Fuego, 15,000 feet. Poas. The Alviascura Una surveillance webcams continue to monitor minor phreatic-type explosions from the summit crater lake. All right? They're having phreatic-type explosions from the summit crater lake. 600 eruptions per day. How many? Oh, about 600 eruptions per day. Nevada del Ruiz, 20,000 feet. All right, let's get into the 7th, which was today. And we had Luatobi. Semeru, 15,000 feet. This is on the island of Java. Remember we saw it kind of lighten up in intensity there? Well, they had a 15,000 foot blast that probably relieved some of the pressure in that area. Popocatépetl again, 20,000. Santiaguito, here we go, 15,000. Explosive activity continues. The extrusive explosive eruption of the volcano continues. A visible nighttime glow and abundant near constant emissions. Fuego, 15,000 feet. Nevada del Ruiz on there again. Here we are. Reventador, 14,000. See all these high elevations? Still got Bizamani, Ducono going off, Ebico, Erebus, Erda Ale. All of these are currently going off. Watch here. Let's click on Erda Ale for a second. Erupting, 4 out of 5. Erda Ale. During 13th through the 23rd, lava flows emerged from vents in Erda Ale's spit crater, traveling all kinds of directions, 2 meters, 500 meters. Okay, so Erda Ale currently erupting. All of these on this list back here were currently erupting. Come on back to the list, please. Without the ad. Come on, please. Lord, please can we X out of the ad? Trying to do something important here, and we got to play games so these people can get clicks. This is life and death, and they're playing games. It's Fuego, okay, Ibu, Krakatoa, reminder, Krakatoa in the Sunda Straits, still going off. Luatobi, still going off. Luatobo, Marapi, Messiah, Murapi, Michael in the South Sandwich Islands, Nyiragongo in Africa, Popo, Reventador, Sabancaya, Sakurajima, Sangay, Santiaguino, Semeru, Shibalu, Stromboli. Up, Stromboli going off still. Erupting, 4 out of 5. Yep. Well, why did I do that? All right, cool. We still got Suwanosejima, Villarica, Yasur, and any one of these could possibly join that list. Especially this one, because it just did join that list. So if I could just like click cut and paste and move it over here, I would. Okay, so activity, volcanic activities on the move, and we got our eruption here at Iceland that we were just talking about last night. Could have swore we were just looking at the land deformation map, and I was saying look out for an eruption out of any one of these volcanoes on Iceland. All right. Here it unzipped at the old rift, the first one, not the second one. I think this is the first one, and this is already 3 kilometers long. These are probably 300 to 400 feet high. All right, so you're looking at a pretty powerful eruption. A lot of pressure being released here. Okay, so very important that we kind of monitor this stuff so we'll know. We knew that was coming. Talking about it last night. I'm not trying to predict it. I could just see it coming. I mean, we all could. You guys that here at this channel could, right? Yep. Everybody said right. Because you're paying attention. All right, here's this map. This is gonna get ugly now too. So you see that little guy forming? It keeps getting stronger each run that we do. But now look over here at the West Coast. Just watch the West Coast for this run for a second while I kind of I gotta check on my cat real quick. I'll be right back. Give me 15 seconds or so here. Take a sip. Oh, you know what I need to do here? I need to give you this little bar up here. So start you over. There's the very beginning. All right, there you go. I'll be right back. I'll let you look at that for a second. Look at kitty. All right, thank you for that. For your patience there. Okay, as you can see, this has changed now on the West Coast. Storm after storm. All right, that one finishing up, moving on out. We got chances for thunderstorms in here. Then watch the West Coast get hit right here. Right here again. Right here again. More. And what does it close out with here? The last closing frames. Okay. Opening frame, current conditions, nighttime, February 7th. We still got snow hitting and rain hitting Southern California. All right. They've had way too much already, but they're getting more. As we go into the morning of the 8th, there's still rain down there, but it kind of moves out. Snow moving into Arizona now. All right. You seeing this? This is the noontime of the 8th. This low wrapping up here, heavy snow. Watch out up here. This thing's dangerous too. This will be the end of convection of the 8th. Here we go, the nighttime, morning of the 9th. Noon, you see rain hitting the coast up here. Convection, nighttime of the 9th, morning of the 10th. Noon, by noon, you see all this plume of moisture reaching back here from this low up here. It has the scorpion tail type effect. Down at the very tip, by noontime, there's severe weather on the 10th here in Texas. Then it goes linear. All right, this is what I don't like to see, but we're going to see a QLCS, a quasi-linear storm front right here, possibly, at the end of convection on February 10th, going into the nighttime. Slight little chance in this region. The nighttime of the 10th. Then in the morning hours, we still have this morning this morning severe weather throughout Alabama, Georgia. We got noontime here, Mississippi, Alabama. We got another storm still hitting this region up there. They got their hands full as well. There was tons of snow that hit this area, and when rain lands on top of snow and it melts it, they're going to see flash flooding too. It's just, this is the end of convection. You see chances here in Louisiana. This is the best point. Louisiana, Alabama, Georgia border. The nighttime of the 11th, morning of the 12th. Noontime, severe chances on the coast right here. Snow back here in Missouri. This little low is still powerful. This is the end of convection, the 12th. We go into the nighttime, morning of the 13th. This thing's now riding up the coast. You got severe weather right here on the noontime of the 13th. And let's just zoom in real quick because this is all right. Let me kind of Scoot it down. You see in this region, Pennsylvania, or just under Pennsylvania here, we got Virginia, all along the coast right here. These barrier islands are going to get just hammered. All right. That low means business. It's a 981. So you're looking at almost a category 1 hurricane there. 979 low there. This is the end of convection, the 13th. As we go into the nighttime, we see severe weather coming into Northern California over here. Then we go into the morning of the 14th with rain in Northern California, going up the coast here by the noontime, and then by 4 p.m. Pacific, we're going to have severe weather off the coast making landfall. We're talking high surf, heavy, inland shore, water surging, storm surge. You're going to see water spouts making landfall, high winds. Here it comes. So that's the end of convection right there, the 14th. And then, please, there's the nighttime. Severe weather on the coastline right here, the nighttime of the 14th. This could catch people off guard here. This is the morning of the 15th with severe weather moving into the Northern California, even into the Bay Area. Watch this. All right. This storm is going to just impact Northern California severely in a big way. All right. Oh, I need to back out. Okay, thank you for your patience, you guys. Then we go into the noontime of the 15th with severe weather going into the mountains. We're talking thunder snow right here. You're showing severe weather right next to the snow. All right, so you're talking snow-nado, maybe. It is possible. But very severe weather right there impacting Northern California throughout the day of the 15th. There's the end of convection, the nighttime, morning of the 16th, noon, convection. I mean, are you watching this, you guys? And this too. We got convection offshore kind of creeping inland here by the end of convection, the 16th. Then it impacts California again by the noontime. This skirting the coast right along here, if it adjusts by a couple of miles, this could impact the coastline. Meanwhile, I don't know what to say here. Just evacuate. Maybe find a new place to live or something. There's the noontime of the 17th. Impacting Florida here. See this coming on shore right here? The west coast of Florida by the noontime the 17th, going into the nighttime. Or no, that was noontime going into convection there. That's the end of convection the 17th. The nighttime, morning of the 18th, we have this severe spotty weather coming up through here. So watch out, Florida. If it shifts north, it could hit Georgia as well. Meanwhile, we got another storm coming into Northern California, Oregon, Washington area. Look at this. This is the noontime, the 18th, and then impacting Florida by the end of convection, the 18th. We got this up here still. Now we get into the nighttime of the 18th. Severe weather whipping back around on this side, hitting. This is morning, the morning of the 19th, the AM hours here. Tip of Florida, coming up into Texas, over here. And then we go into the noontime, the 19th. Severe weather again coming onshore to Northern California. All the same symptoms I said last time. Tidal surges, heavy waves, high winds, tornadoes making landfall. Here we go into the end of convection. Very, very severe weather at the tip of Florida down here. Watch out here, you guys, on the 19th. As well as California, got another storm coming in with severe weather. That's the end of convection going into the nighttime. Morning of the 20th. Noontime. Look at this. Again, at noon here, then we go into convection. It creeps up into Georgia, South Carolina area. Another storm front coming through here. Doesn't look like much, but any kind of drop, one more drop of rain. They don't need another drop. All right. Then we go into the nighttime. The morning of the 21st. Look at this thing. Just wreaking havoc with the coast here. This is going to be the noontime, the 21st. The end of convection, the 21st. Nighttime, morning of the 22nd. Noon, convection, nighttime, morning of the 23rd. Noon, and then here we go again. By the noon time of the 23rd, there's the last frame. That's convection right there. At the peak of convection, you're going to have severe weather impacting the Bay Area again. So that is a gnarly set of storms for the West Coast. Now just kind of let that play for a minute. Watch it just one after another here. As soon as this one's done, then here we go on the West Coast. Starting right there, and then again, and then again, and then again, and again. And then one more at the very end right there. So some crazy weather coming to the West Coast, everybody. Get prepared, all right? Last time everybody was cut off guard. Yeah, I don't know how you prepare for this except evacuate, or do what you got to do. But look out. Gnarly weather coming, you guys. All because of our activity on our sun, It, it's going to affect us. Here we got our volcano going off live right now here at Agaiin. So when I'm done with the show, you can go find a live stream of this and go stare at some lava towers if you want. But there's your forecast and your solar report and stuff for tonight. Let's see here. What's it gonna do? Let me just come over here. Open up my channel. No, my channel. Come on, why is everything gotta be so? Forgive me, it's been one of these days, just been testing my patience and my... Can we please just have my channel? Thank you. Without an ad. Oh, we're gonna get another ad. Oh, everybody's generating revenue, aren't they? Just generating revenue. Click, click, click. Oh, let's see if we can get 4 clicks out of 1 page. All right. Let's just put it right there for a second. Mouth, his chin and beard, his hair flowing back like this, and you can make out a crown up here above his head. That crown is hovering over his head. There seems to be almost a little halo around his head too. And once you see that image, then we can zoom in just a little bit tighter. There you go. All right, there we go. It's a good image right there, I guess. Oh, we're always reading to this one. Let's try a different one, huh? No, never mind. We'll just leave it there. That one. Okay. Let me get this reading together here. I got lots to read tonight, so I'm just trying to get to this point for you guys. I know a lot of you were dying for this point. I'm waiting for this all day, so let's just get to it here. All right, here we go. You know what? There we go. I want you to experience the riches of your salvation, the joy of being loved constantly and perfectly. You make a practice of judging yourself based on how you look or behave or feel. If you like what you see in the mirror, you feel a little bit more worthy of my love. When things are going smoothly and your performance seems adequate, you find it easier to believe you are my beloved child. But when you feel discouraged, you tend to look inward so you can correct whatever is wrong. Instead of trying to fix yourself, fix your gaze on me, the lover of your soul. Rather than using your energy to judge yourself, redirect it by praising me. Remember that I see you clothed in my righteousness, radiant in my perfect love. So keep walking with me along the path I have chosen for you. Your desire to live close to me is a delight to my heart. I could instantly grant you spiritual riches you desire, but that is not my way for you. Together, we will forge a pathway up the high mountain. The journey is arduous at times, and you are weak. Someday you will dance light-footed on the high peaks, but for now your walk is often plodding and heavy. All I require of you is to take the next step, clinging to my hand for strength and direction. Though the path is difficult and the scenery dull at the moment, there are sparkling surprises just around the bend. So stay on the path I have selected for you. It is truly the path of life. Another one? No, that was that one. And, okay, let me take a sip here. So, I give you my shield of victory, and my right hand sustains you. I won the ultimate victory through my sacrificial crucifixion and my miraculous resurrection. I did this for you, for all who trust me as Savior God. I accomplished everything. Your part is to just believe that you need a Savior to pay the penalty for your sins, and that I am the only way of salvation. Your saving faith sets you on a path to heaven. Meanwhile, my victorious shield protects you as you journey through this wicked world. Use the shield of faith to stop the fiery arrows of the devil. When you're in the thick of battle, call out to me. Help me, Lord. I trust in you. As you live in close dependence on me, my right hand does indeed sustain you, holding you up. I have indescribably great power. Yet I use my mighty right hand not only to protect you, but to tenderly lead you and help you keep going. Sometimes I even gather you in my arms and carry you close to my heart. Challenging circumstances come and go, but I am constantly with you. I am writing the storyline of your life through good times and hard times. I can see the big picture from before your birth to beyond the grave. I know exactly what you will be like when heaven becomes your forever home, and I am continually working to transform you into this perfect creation. You are royalty. I repeat, you are royalty in my kingdom. The constancy of my presence is a glorious treasure that is underrated by most Christians. They've been taught that I am continually with them, but they often think that and act as if they are alone. I repeat, they've been taught that I am continually with them, but they often think and act as if they are alone. How this grieves me. When you lovingly whisper my name, drawing near me even in tough times, both you and I are blessed. This simple prayer demonstrates your trust that I am indeed with you and I am taking care of you. The reality of my presence outweighs the difficulties you are facing, no matter how heavy they seem. So come to me when you're feeling weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. What's the other one? I am the champion who perfects your faith. The more problem filled your life becomes, the more important it is to keep your eyes on me. If you gaze too long at your problems or at the troubles in this world, you will become discouraged. Whenever you're feeling weighed down or disheartened, break free by looking to me. I am always with you, so you can communicate with me at any time, in any situation. Instead of just letting your thoughts run freely, direct them to me. This gives traction to your thinking and draws you closer to me. So rest in my embrace for a while, enjoying the nurturing protection of my presence. As you survey the landscape of this broken world, rejoice that nothing can separate you from my love. Now, this is going to sound weird, and I'm going to repeat it again. As you survey the landscape of this broken world, rejoice. You want to cry, but you're supposed to rejoice that nothing can separate you from my love. This promise applies to anything you could ever encounter, no matter how bleak things may look to you at this time. I am still in control. I, your champion who fights for you, scoff at those who think they can defeat me. Remember, my unfailing love surrounds you. So trust in my unfailing love, thanking me for the good you do not see. When evil seems to be flourishing in the world around you, it can look as if things are spinning out of control. But rest assured, I'm not wringing my hands helplessly, wondering what to do next. I am still in control, and there is behind the scenes goodness in the midst of this turmoil. So I urge you to thank me not only for the blessings you can see, but for the ones you cannot see. My wisdom and knowledge are deeper and richer than words can express. My judgments are unsearchable, and my paths beyond tracing out. This is why trusting me at all times is so crucial. You must not let confusing circumstances shake your faith in me. I repeat, you must not let confusing circumstances shake your faith in me. When your world feels unsteady, the, uh, the, the disciplines of trusting and thanking me serve to stabilize you. Oh, I need a sip here. Hang on. Where did I leave off here? Digging through my notes. Okay. I'm going to start over here again because I like this one. You must not let confusing circumstances shake your faith in me. When your world feels unsteady, the disciplines of trusting and thanking me serve to stabilize you. Remember, I am always with you. I guide you with my counsel, and afterwards I will take you into glory. So let this hidden treasure, your heavenly inheritance, lead you into joyous thanksgiving. All right, I think that was about it there. Here's another image I kind of wanted to pull up again, just a little reminder of our latest stuff that's been going on. Here, let's just try it this way now, Lord, since I'm going to cooperate the other way. Just give me a second here. I want to pull up one last image for you. Did I pass it? There we go. All right, go. There we go. Come on, let's get it right. Good old third phase of moon showing the UFOs and stuff, but what we need is this image right there. All right? That's a real image, real face in the sky. You see the size, right? Nothing in the world can take you out of my hand. All right, just a little healthy reminder that your best friend, your big brother, your big buddy is close by. A lot closer than you think. Actually, these last few people that are stragglers already know. So, you guys hang in there. Keep praying for each other. You're doing a great job. Keep practicing forgiveness, endurance, patience. I've been being tested so hard, so I know you guys are being tested as well. So just endure. We're getting closer each day, okay? I've kind of showed you guys some other information as to how close we are. This happened 3 years ago. That's how deep into it we are. Over 3 years ago. All right, so I think that's it for now. I love you all. I miss you all. Keep praying for each other. God bless you all. And until my next show, I will be back. I am already back. Can't you tell?